All right. It has been far too long. It is time to finish this website. I can't even remember how long I've been working on it. This is like the eighth video, seventh video. I don't know. Um, Long story short, life got busy. I took on a big client, um, learning some new stuff, getting much more into JavaScript and Amazon Web Services. Um, COVID family hit our house. Where we had to deal with that. Um, have a daughter looking at college. Weird how things get in the way, but well, those things certainly take priority over this. But anyway, here I am finally. I've carved out a little bit of time, and I'm going to try to just push through and finish. And I'm really coming back into this a little bit cold because it's been a while since I've even looked through this or remembered what I've done, and I'm still happy with it. Yeah, just gotta go through and see what needs to be finished. And we're really almost there. There are just a few little things that I'm still kind of unhappy with. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through and tackle this. One thing that I know that I'm still not quite liking is the footer. And I don't really know why. It occurred to me to maybe have the page stop at the footer, or the color, this big flood of color, stop at the footer, and the footer be white. And maybe this type is a color instead of just a black color. How did I even do the footer? I don't remember. Did I do it with elements? I did. Global footer. Okay, let's just look really quickly and see what happens. So the about page. And that was another thing. Like on the home page, the nav just out of sheer luck almost lines up ideally with this type. You know, I'm going on this whole grid thing. But when you get into the inner pages, it stops doing that. You know what? Let's take a close look at the footer here. So let's just say, let's try that, and maybe that'll make me happy. I do the color. Oh, I might have done them in my style sheets. I give this a class name. Oh, this is so sad when I don't even know. I don't remember what I've done. Let me look through it real quick. Name anything. Oh, I have all these. Navigation. Social links. So I'm going to want to hide that. Oh, and I bet I have an editor style sheet set up. I didn't do Gutenberg. There it is. Oh, I didn't do the footer for the editor. Yeah. Okay. So what did I do? How did I don't see where the colors, background color, text color. Okay. Icon color. Clear. Ooh. Ugh. I don't know if I want colors. Okay, just let's see where that is right now. I think I need to tweak it a little bit, spacing, things like that. But maybe this will. That didn't do anything. Oh, well, no. Menu bar, container. Well, footer. Nope, I didn't do it in there. Let's go to the inspector. That's body. Okay. Well, this is just a great way to start. And I'm sorry, I should have done this before I began recording. You. WordPress will sneak a paragraph in there at the end. Okay, I've definitely no. Definitely given it a color and a text color. We don't need any hover stuff. Backgrounds, nope. Shapes, nope. Oop. Okay. So let's see. This I should have. Yes. Okay. So tag name is footer. Footer. Okay. Site footer doesn't have anything. Body. Okay. But let's see the footer here. Robbie, it doesn't. Wait a minute. Forcing a refresh of the cache. There it is. Okay. Yep. Okay. Huh? I don't know. I don't really like it like I thought I would. Well, perhaps it just needs more space. You know, this isn't a super ideal way to do this because if I put this on a big screen, you see you get that gap down there. Let me update that because that paragraph snuck its way in there and see if it'll get rid of that space. Now, when I refresh, I'm holding down Shift and that forces the cache to, I guess, to empty out. Not loving it like I thought I would. Not hating it necessarily. I don't know. It felt like it was just kind of tacked on. See, the page is too short. You end up with that. And man, I just don't know. So some spacing might help. Wait, let's try 40. And let's add a good bit to the bottom. I mean, this isn't really the ideal way to do this, because that footer could be, you don't know how long it's going to be. And I may abandon this because it's not, feels like a Band-Aid. Oh, come on. Shift, refresh, reload, whatever. Nope. Gonna go back. What it was, I'm gonna uncomment this stuff. That's crazy that all that is just for the social media links. Okay, so we go back to what it was. Actually, the contact page, it might be that since this is such minimal content that it would look better if this were, instead of half and half, a 50-50, 66-33. If this column were to take up 1/3 of the layout and the header space take up 2/3, like the homepage does. I'm not going to make contact like honking big. Because the footer doesn't bother me too terribly much on other pages. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Page heading. Side left, side right. Yeah, those are my global styles and generate blocks. And I guess ideally I could create page heading inside left, or like I should rename it like page heading 50, or left 50, inside left 50. I don't know. Because sometimes it's just content, not just a heading. But it is kind of heading. I don't know. Naming classes can be a real chore, and I don't do so great at it a lot of the time. Yeah, I like that better. The footer's too far off. Does that not line up? Huh. I also wanted to try, and I have to admit, I saw this somewhere else. Adam Ladd. Is it not? He's a font designer. And his name, like mine, has a lot of, Ladd design, of circular forms. And look at that. I don't know what font that is, but I kind of want to try mine in all lowercase. This is completely ripping him off. Now, I didn't see his logo until after I had picked Graycliff for mine, and I was admiring all those round forms. That would add even more. I'd get a lowercase a and a D. Okay, I'm going to like that the way it is. Yep. And I'm going to close that so I don't copy him anymore. And if this were a bigger site, I would really create. In fact, I need to make a video on how I've been using GenerateBlock's global styles. One of the things I wish they had, and I've actually inherited a Webflow project that lets you do this. And you can do this with regular CSS certainly, is you can have extender styles. So you can have, there may be a standard class for a 50-50 grid, like a left 50 and a right 50, or say by default, I call it page heading grid inside left, page heading grid inside right. There might be an extender class that you add to page heading inside left, 33 wide, that overrides the default settings and that you change it just in certain cases, because most of those styles are the same. The padding, whatever else. I don't know what exactly, but you just want like one or two things changed about it, so you make an extender class to change just those things you want to change instead of creating an entirely new class. Anyway, that's a really small gripe. What am I doing? Appearance. Let's go to customize. Oh, and I'm just going to be jumping around. Let me check. Are we still recording? We are still recording. I hope I'm not making this too loud. It looks like I'm going into red. Hang on. Is that better? Is that better? Oh, I can't tell. Okay. Sorry if the audio was bad. Still loading. Typography. Let's see. Okay, site title. Uppercase. Ooh, that is kind of cool. We're going to change it to that. What if we did the menu that way as well? Is that overkill? I'll just live with it for a little while I'm working on other stuff. We'll see how it takes. I like it for now. I don't know. Okay. So one of the things I want to do, I think I hinted at this in other videos, is I want to make this big giant heading to be headline text. What did I do? Okay, I just use that. So it's 180 pixels, but I want to change it to something that reflects the width of the browser space. And also, I want it to you're kind of getting a feel for it there. And that's where clamp comes in. And I talked about this before, but I never could quite get my head around how it worked. And that's a really bad cop-out. I might need to revisit that. I don't even remember how it works. Yep. Font size. Oh gosh, this is a big long article, and I feel I really hate doing this in a video, but minimum font size of 1.5 rem and viewport of blah blah blah. What is he asking? Just the formula. I don't know. I've played a lot with this, just using vertical width. I'm sorry, the viewport width measurements and viewport height, because you can make it in relation to that, and that works in certain scenarios. But you can see here, it's really not going to work for this because I need that maximum height. So let's see. Minimum preferred maximum. Okay.
Well, just so it wasn't in vain, I I went away and I scrolled down the page a little bit more and I found this. He actually made a tool where you just plug in the numbers, and you know what? It worked. It came up with some different values than what I had because I don't do math well, I guess. But so all is not a lost cause. You watch me go through that and get the wrong answer, but don't we all do that sometimes? I'm still really frustrated that I thought I did the math right. But anyway, I might go through this and pick it apart and see what I did wrong. But for now, we're going to move on. So that's kind of cool that we can do that. And I need to make it responsive because it won't go any farther, I guess. Oh, I can do another one. Let's see, what is that? 528. Let's see. Wait, first of all, I need to save this. So we're going to copy. We're going to make a special class. I guess I'll make this content. What should I call it? GPC, GeneratePress child theme, home headline. Yep. Okay. Let's go give that baby a class. That is the wrong window. Sorry about that. Okay. know what? Call it PHP home headline home. Probably need. Wonder if I'll need some more stuff to override. Need alt stuff. Whoops. The headline home. What gives here? Update. Oh, I bet I do need to give it, make it more specific. Here's the headline home. Okay. Let's do it. I really want that to take place. See if that's enough. Might need to add one more selector. Nope, that did the trick. Okay. Yay! Okay. So let's make that responsive. So add media and width 767.
Now let's. I like tools. Yep. Okay. Let's do that. And okay. Okay, so now my minimum width. What? Let's see. We'll say 360. 60. 66. We'll say 4.2. Minimum 2 for the maximum. Oh. If I go one more, it switches back. Okay, so 766. Let's. Okay. 10.5, 10 and a half. Okay. Can I just copy the values? Okay. Let's do max width. 66. I like it a whole lot better when someone else does the math for me. No doubt. It's like magic. Okay. So that's done. I may edit myself out going through all that nonsense of me trying to do math and getting it utterly wrong. Okay. So I've bookmarked that. One of these days I'll come back around to that and see if I can get the math right, because it's always good to try and understand what you're doing instead of just stealing code. Granted, this is styling. It's not like there's some big function happening that could bring a site down or anything like that. But, you know, it's still good to understand. Learning is good. But enough of that. Let's go. What's next? You know what? I also think I want this to line up bottom. Actually, responsively, that's going to be another nightmare. Because when we do that, yeah, it's going to go away. That's not cool. How can I make that better? What are the other pages doing? Maybe we need to solve those first. That's not good. That? No. I guess, do I need to make those responsive? Or maybe I just make those collapse sooner. I think I will. Okay, let's go solve that first. And that is actually done. I did do this right. Those are all the same. It's heading container. Okay. Let's see, tablet. Let's make that take up that much. And then mobile, see what that does. And that's what's so great about these global styles. I can go, if I've done it, applied them correctly. Yeah. Mucho better. And then mobile will take care of itself. That's a big space there, but I kind of don't mind it. And see, the type nerd in me is like, that's a pretty page. Okay, let's see if about followed suit. I might do that differently. I might have, let's see. And I'm not going to try to do this with global style since my site's so small. If this were a big site, I would definitely do that. But I think I'd like this to either be a half column or in thirds and have it kind of take up the space of these two. What does contact look like? Because it's different as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to load about. Yep. So actually, services page may be the exception. Okay, let's do that then. Sorry. So I'm actually going to make that column go ahead and take up half or a third maybe, but then services I'll treat differently on its own. So go back to my global styles. I'd rather have fewer deviate from standard styling. Okay. It's loading. Tablet. What did we do? We have that. This one. Let's try half. It might be that they're all different. I don't know. That's definitely better. Ugh. I think I like that better. Yes, I'm going to make them all three different. Now the global styling doesn't really matter. That's not bad. Services. Okay. I think I'm going to just change the contact page for now. Let's go back to pages. I'm going to leave that up because I might. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do anything else. what I said, contact page. Yeah, I want it to take up half. I need to look at the work page too. I need to see if the menu, if it's worth having it line up with one of those columns instead of being pushed all the way over to the right. That's not helpful at all, is it? No. So that container, I go to mobile. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. Great. How much? Maybe I need to change. Some spacing in that footer. Let's see. That menu could be a problem because there it doesn't have enough room. I could push them closer together. So now about how much space have I got in the? I must add some extra padding in those footer columns on the bigger screen sizes. Let's see here. Oh, I'm hungry. I have to break to eat here in a minute. Of course, I went into this thinking, this won't take long. I just have a few small things to do. That's never ever the case, is it? Okay, let's bet. Yep. There's some padding. So if I switch to tablet size, drop it to 10. I didn't do it there. Maybe I did. Nope. Okay. What about mobile? Okay. Well, make it 0. See what that does. Yeah, that's better. I need to not have it so spaced out. Ooh. Wonder if that just the whole thing needs to drop back in opacity. That'd be an easy. Be easy. I always go for easy. That would be a way to have it not be so pronounced. I don't know if that's the problem. Always make the font smaller. I haven't looked at the work page in a while. That's lovely. Granted, I probably do need to find a way to make these more mobile friendly, because when you get on a phone, that's just not helpful. Like a Zoom kind of plug in, or I don't know. I don't know. It'd be great if that were big and you could just kind of scroll through it. I don't know. I fear that's going to have to be solved in a different video. What are these? Hmm. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now I've got to solve that. Okay, so that does change things a little. First, because when that gets squeezed, this makes this awkward kind of space to me. And I want I'd rather this drop down and this being 3 columns underneath, or just I don't know. I haven't thought on that enough. That bugs me. Take a look at the menu. See if there's anything we can do about that. Maybe it'll be under layout, navigation. You float it left. Oh, no, that is not what I expected. Huh. Okay. Wonder if it'd be better just to that feels weird. It feels very weird. Or maybe they need to be more spaced out. What's the default? 20? They don't need to get too spaced out. Spaced out. That would at least make it, although, will it now line up with the half, or will it? That's awfully spaced out. No, okay. That's a bit. It's a bit odd looking. I also wanted mobile menu. Whoa. Yeah. So somehow that hamburger inherits the width of your menu items. I say that why? Why it's got all these space over here? I want it to line up with or be centered. No, it doesn't need to be centered. Nothing on the side is centered. Okay, well that's another issue to fix. I think I'm going to leave it simple like that. I could do the canvas thing, or I don't think it needs to be though. Okay. Still not. Yeah, that's too much. Say it. Okay, so maybe that's happy medium. So it extends past that grid line, just barely. Ugh. Guess I could go minimal and go with the whole hamburger. I'm worried over it too much. That's what I'm going to say. Yep. Too much. So now we need to solve this. So that is not cool. I believe. Yeah, let's go to the home page. Trying to think of how to break this up, because it may be that this doesn't need to be in one big column, but I'm not sure how to separate it. There's also this. Like, what? Okay. Okay. So that whole heading, so that's why. Oh, okay, sorry. That's a quick fix. I think that's in the customizer. So I can just give it 0, and that should, back and forth. I still haven't figured out why OBS makes the loading so slow. Layout, navigation. Oh, I did give it 0. Then why is it? Oh, heck. So it takes its cue. Okay. We're going to fix that real quick. Do 768. Okay. Under nav, media, then max 768 pixels. Navigation. I don't know if I need all that. Menu bar. I think that'll get it. Shift reload. Man, I'm hungry. I need to stop and get something to eat here soon. Yeah, I think I like that better. That's a lot of room. I mean, it could even be work, services, about, contact. I could do 2 columns. I'll get fancier with that later if I want to. And sometimes I really believe like you want things to be perfect, but do they have to be? Is the effort you put into it going to give you the results that warrant the effort? Sometimes, yeah, I believe that. Display block. Oh, not flex. What? So it's not just 50%. It's like, yep. Yeah, I don't know if I do like that. Nope. Okay, now back to the page, the homepage. Is this the last thing? I guess I really should make an effort to make the portfolio better for mobile. Okay. First of all, let's look at the low-hanging fruit. So if I go to tablet view, I just make that 100. Make the 66. Yeah, my whole color changing background effort kind of blew up in my face when it came to the mobile previews. I guess I need to look at how to fix that. I did go to the trouble after all. We still have a little bit of a, so that's kind of boring. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just got to look at it for a minute. What if it's already 66? Or 50? That seems like a bit. I need to go back and redo my formula. Excuse me. Because it could be that could fill the screen and this could switch to a 2-column thing. Although I kind of like it not filling the screen because it doesn't fill the screen there either. White space is good, or blue space. Do I have horizontal gap of 40? Okay. I can always undo 50, 50, 100. I think this is gonna. Oh no, I see what I can do. Okay, let's change that back to inherit or default. I believe there's a flaw in my design here though, because when I go back to a bigger screen, why is that not? Yep, there it is. But I see how I can fix it. Why is it still? Okay, inherit? Is that what it? I could have sworn that it was always on default, just for. I guess I can switch it to top. What is going on? Oh, because I'm in freaking tablet view. Okay, I'm going to break for lunch and I'll fix this and show you guys my solution. But yeah, I'll be back shortly when I've fed myself and I have some nourishment because I'm running out of steam. Back in a few. All right, so I'm I'm back from lunch, and it's actually a couple of days later, 3 days later. It's Wednesday. um, so what I ended up doing, I ended up launching the new site, so it's live. Yeah, I couldn't stand it anymore. I had a quick burst of time, and I feel bad because I actually finished without recording exactly what I did. But I'm here to kind of talk about. I pretty much had it wrapped up, but there were a few other little things I did before I pushed it out to my new hosting at Cloudways. Check out cloudways.com. I'm actually using it for client sites as well and development sites, and I love it. Of course, there are lots of good hosting providers. Just this is one that fit me well. But anyway, gosh, where to begin? I think I left off with menus and working with the homepage to make this big headline fit. And here's what I ended up doing. Oh, there we go. It's just slow catching up. Thank you, OBS. Hide that over here. I don't want to hide. There we go. So if I switch to a responsive view, did some different things here. Okay, so now it all drops beneath. I think that's where I left off. One of the last things I was doing in the mobile menu. I thought I'd fixed that, but I guess I maybe did not. I did fix that. Why did it? That's totally bizarre, unless I changed some settings, which I very well could have. Because we'd figured out that this is one big, yeah, container. But the items down here, okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna, well, let's just take a quick look, compare it with my testing. Whoop, grief. What's happening locally? There are some minor differences because I installed some things. Okay, so I know what it probably is. So one of the things I like to do is I like to install Alt Optimize. Just to, I mean, look what it does to the code. I mean, it's all just one big. Bleh. I mean, I do like that. I like it how it pulls all the scripts in the CSS file, all those assets into one big file. But sometimes there are some small discrepancies, like we're noticing here. So it's just a guess. Let's see. I'll just disable CSS because I was trying to boost that performance score, which I'm not that hardcore about that. Yep, look at that. And I'm guessing it's something to do with how it orders, what takes precedence when the CSS selectors, the specificity of CSS selectors. Sometimes I want it jumbles them all up and it mashes them all into one file. Some may come later than they should. So what I'm going to do for now, I'm going to leave the inline and I'm not going to aggregate it all to one file. So it's going to compress them all, but it's still going to be multiple CSS files. Let's see what that does. Okay, it left it alone. And what there's some, no, I guess I'm thinking of JavaScript. I know there's some settings you can kind of fool around with. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that. It's still not enough to stress over. Yeah, all good. And you probably could fix it with a specificity fix in your CSS. If I had to guess, close that back out. So yeah, that's one of the things I like to install is Auto Optimize because it just nice little touch as you finish things up for performance. The other thing is Cloudways comes with varnish caching, and it uses this Breeze plugin to handle all that. So cool, more performance. It is pretty fast. It may not be with VBS, but I mean, as far as loads pretty quickly. Of course, it's my little simple site. Okay, the other thing I did was, I don't know if you probably can't see it, my favicon. Let's go to media. You probably noticed if you've been on my channel, my little guy, my little illustration. Of course, he doesn't have glasses. I have glasses now, but I decided to include him as a favicon, and I wanted a special reference to YouTube, and I don't know why this occurred to me. I couldn't find a good place for him. I was like, I want him to be stuck to the bottom, but there wasn't a good spot. So I thought, well, if I just make a long page and people are going to be like, why are you scrolling? Why is it still going? And here's my little guy, hey, we're also on YouTube. And it takes you to my YouTube channel, which I really want to spend more time on this, but, stuff gets in the way. So yeah, there's that. And he's on every page. And I might even make it more extreme, make it scroll more and put a little halfway message, hey, what you looking for? Kind of, I don't know. Actually, Jack McDade, I hope it's okay for me to do this. I really dig his design stuff. He's the creator of Statamic, the flat file CMS, which is a great product. I used to use it a lot. I don't anymore, but that's okay. It's a great tool for some people. But his work page is amazing, and it makes a great use of like long scrolling. It's intermission, and slow down, and I don't know. You go check it out sometime. jackmcdade.com/design. It's a great bit. That's the best way I know to explain it. It is a bit, but it's super effective. It made me laugh out loud. What else did we do? I know I did some things like I changed this layout so that it wasn't, this text used to be to the right. I like this structure with the, go away, with the big type, the name of the page, which I've thought about changing that to something more friendly, not so functional. It's just repeating, you're on the services page, but have it say something to make you smile. But having this bit of text kind of break through this 2-column grid, I don't know, it helps it not be so stiff. So we have something a little bit different, on every page. So the work page does do that, where it's half. The home page is 2/3 and 1/3 for the far column. Work page is half and half. services page kind of mixes it up a little bit. The about page is half and half. And then the contact page has this nice big space and then a 1/3 column for the actual information because it's really brief. There's not a lot to say as far as contact. And I did go through, let's see, let me move this over here. And again, just using generate blocks, nothing fancy. I made sure that all my layouts were looking good. Oh, so and I don't even know if I can remember I did this, but one of the things I worried about was the mobile view of the portfolio. Well, I kind of fixed it. So now it is this kind of side scrolling thing for every piece. And let's take a look at that. So what did I do? Oh, yeah. Volume image contain. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So volume image container. There it is. Oh, that's all it was to it. So I set it to when you get down to 767. I set the wrapper container, which is set up in elements, because I did as much as I possibly could with GeneratePress / generate blocks elements. Let's see, there is so this container, I put a class on it so I could, reference it and style it. And that's what I've done here. So all you do is you set up an overflow so that, your X is your horizontal. You set it to auto so it'll scroll if it needs to, and your Y is hidden. And then I did the actual image, which I also gave a class name, full width portfolio image, and that full width tells it to be 100% of the given space. And I gave it a little. That's in one of my other videos. I built in these little scrolling fade in classes. So just to take a quick peek at how it actually works. So here's the container. We're telling it display flex, and honestly I can't remember why, but I did. And this white space overflow is pretty important too. Or maybe not. I'm just proving myself wrong all over the place. Okay, so that overflow. So maybe those aren't needed. Even display flex? Huh. Okay. I stand or sit corrected because I'm sitting right now. Now where did I hate this when I can't remember what I'm doing? Okay, there it is. Okay. So max width unset because holy moly. Okay. I should fix that. So I really don't even need that full width. But I do when it is bigger screen size. Yep. Okay. So yes, we do need that. Sorry. This is what I get for not fully reviewing before I record. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay. So that max width, we don't need it to be a max width of. Sorry. Max width is needed because I believe the image styling GeneratePress is applied to everything as a max width of 100%, and that's normal. It's responsive images, things like that. But we want it to be unset so we can force it to be 240%. And that was just completely me sitting here going, that was good, that was good, until I reached that number. And so it only overflows and scrolls within its containing element, of which, whoops, not that one, this one. I only need, apparently, display flex and overflow X auto. So those two aren't needed. So anyway, there you go with that. So I am much happier with that. And let's see. I think my YouTube guy is even down here as well. There he is, yeah. You back up to the top. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I adjusted some of the padding around my global styling elements. And anywhere else that I thought it needed it. But I think the padding is, yeah, it's like 40 pixels on bigger than mobile sizing, 767. And then when you get smaller than that, it knocks it down to like 30. I want to take a quick look. Where am I going? Global styles. And both of these, yeah, so both should have. So it's just a container. So my spacing is, there it goes, 60, 40, 60, 40. Then if I switch to tablet, I think it stays. When I switch to mobile, no, yeah, it switches to 30 on the left and right. And that's what I did for everything. And I've increased the width of my containers overall, I think from like 1100 to 1280 or something like that, just to make, screens are bigger these days and it's pretty fluid. But that's really it. I think everything else I touched on in the other videos. Not crazy about how the footer behaves, but yeah, I'm sure I'll nitpick this thing to death. Though I have so much work on my plate that I don't need to. So anyway, that was fun. I'm really glad that it's finally live, that I can noodle with it. I can, tweak it, make it better, work on performance, work on SEO. That's the other thing I did. I installed what is this called? It's my favorite SEO plugin because it doesn't have all the stuff. I just need the place to put the information. Not that I'm an SEO whiz or genius or anything, but I don't want all the other stuff going on with it. SEO framework, yeah. New details. Oh, you updated the graphic. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I've used others. Yoast, I know Math Rank or whatever is kind of the new hotness. Install Google Analytics. I know I could use an element, a hook. This thing just makes it so darn easy. Anyway, we all have our preferences. Again, I believe that's it. It's done. So I can move on and do some other things now. So hopefully I'll have more videos sooner rather than later. I know we're about to hit our family vacation coming up in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully I can get out something before then. Please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'm going to do my best to keep making some fun stuff that can share things that I've learned, and maybe I can learn some things from everybody else too. All you guys watching and gals, I appreciate it. So yeah, there you go. I don't even know what to say. It's just it's done. Holy smokes. So yeah, take care. On to the next thing.